Did you know? Free the Anime is actually a sequel to a light novel. High Speed depicts the main cast that viewers know and love, except many years earlier when they were in elementary school. The novel won an honorary mention at the Kyoto Animation Awards in 2011, some 2 years before the anime's premiere. The fact that Kyoto Animation, the production studio behind the anime, took early notice of author Koji Oji's work proved quite fortunate, as it led to continuations both animated and written. The enigmatic author's original novel has since been officially published, and both it and the anime garnered enough popularity for sequels of their own. Director Hiroko Utsumi, who has worked in the animation departments behind titles like K-On! And The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, was asked by the producers to adapt the story into an anime. In an interview found in the official free guidebook, Utsumi says she was drawn to the source material, but sought to age the boys to that of high schoolers for deeper storytelling options and because she herself could draw on her own swimming experiences from high school. That and, admittedly, she wanted to draw them with bigger muscles. Though a rather faithful adaptation of its literary predecessor, the anime isn't without its own unique calling cards. Rei, for example, is an original character created by Utsumi herself. Not everything conceptually makes it to the final product, however, as beforehand, Utsumi had another original character in mind named Kaede, whose personality was ultimately inherited by other characters like Nagisa and Rei. According to Utsumi, the first character I thought of was different than Rei. He was a more idiotic character named Kaede. He was close to what Nagisa is now, the fun, somewhat stupid boy who's easy to get along with that you always see in a boys' high school. As he was originally on the track and field team, he would be a beginner in the swimming team. He couldn't keep up with the rest of the team during the practices, and it'd take Haruka and the others to help him overcome his handicap. Speaking of concepts, there have been some misconceptions about the origins of the anime. In the early part of 2013, a number of different websites reported on what was then being labeled as the swimming anime that was not real based on a 30-second clip circulating the internet. This is because the video in question did not include the title of the anime, leaving would-be fans to fill in the blanks when interpreting whether or not the clip was indicative of a new series coming down the pike. When the official trailer was released only a month later, formally announcing the project's title and its summer release, many Western fans were ecstatic upon finding out that the swimming anime was real. It was quickly construed that the fan fervor of only a month's time literally caused Free as we know it to go from concept all the way to a full production. While the show did in fact garner immediate popularity with Western anime fans, this version of accounts is wrong. According to the interview in the free guidebook with both director Hiroko Utsumi and character designer Futoshi Nishia, the anime was already in production when the first unnamed commercial came out. During an unrelated discussion about the show's viewership, Utsumi was asked what made her think that there would be a surprising amount of women who love looking at muscles. She replied, "The commercial that aired before we announced this series. At our internal preview screening, I asked the staff if we had overdone Nagisa's muscles. I was worried that we may have, but after looking at the reaction of the staff members and the amount of people who said they enjoyed that difference in characteristics, there may be a surprising amount of women who like muscles." This fact, coupled with the earlier mention of Kyoto Animation already looking at adapting the 2011 light novel High Speed, as well as the physically improbable notion that a TV series could be produced from scratch with no planning in only 3 months, proves that Free was destined to swim onto viewers' screens regardless of whether or not they were cheering it on. What fans can be proud of, however, is the continued success of the first season, leading to a second season in the form of Eternal Summer. Did you know that each of the boys has his own animal motif? The director herself has said Haruka is like a dolphin, Makoto is like an orca, powerful yet gentle, Nagisa is like a penguin because of his quick swimming motions, and Rin is a shark due to his glaring eyes and sharp teeth. Free also contains a number of references to the real world. Iwatobi Town seems to be based heavily on the town of Iwami in Tottori Prefecture. The rooms of both Go Matsuoka, Rin's younger sister, and Nagisa appear to be picturesque copies of real-world rooms shown in furniture blogs. This comes as little surprise, as character designer Futoshi Nishia consulted numerous clothing magazines to ensure the characters would always look in style. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you also check out didyouknowanime.net for all the latest facts and trivia on anime. This has been the voice of Erin from the YouTube channel HappiLeeErin. If you want to see me talk more about Free, you should definitely check out my review of the first season. I also do all sorts of other anime reviews and first impressions on my channel, where I also host a podcast called Manga Pod Book Club. Mostly though, I just barf feels and talk about Kuroko no Basuke and my husbando harem. So if that sounds like fun to you, y'all should definitely come and say hi and stuff. Yeah. Bye bye!